should have implemented a shortcut to the menu. Now, at some point during the game, a player is going to feel that he has enough keys to do battle with. He feels he has the right spectral and event cards to do the battle with, and he's going to head for the attic. And the attic of the hotel is where the caretaker is, and that's how you win the game. You have to face the caretaker in battle, and if you win, you win. If you don't, tough doing. So what happens when you go for that final encounter? Well, this is what happens. Now, again, the code has not been set up for this room, but this room is a bit more streamlined. You'll notice that the spectral event card display has been removed. The dice is no longer available. Basically, you have no control in this room. This is kind of your stepping stone into the final encounter. When this room activates, whatever colour character you are will be standing there. Caretaker there. He has a speech which he runs off, and then you're brought straight into the battle system. Now, I can't show you the battle system in the game, but that's why I've got 2 more screenshots to show you. So, 4. That was the old battle system. Basically, the way the battle system was to run, you would play a spectral event card, no, a spectral card and a spectral event card. And then putting keys into the battle would power up your creature. More keys you use, the more powerful your creature becomes. And that's how the battles are played. It's kind of inspired by the cartoon series Yu-Gi-Oh! But that was the old system. Now, for the new one, while I was fairly happy with that, the new game makeover really upped the graphics a bit. So I decided, since we've got an isometric board in the play mode, to try and implement some kind of isometric view into the battle. This is a mock screenshot of what a battle would look like when it's playing out. You've got 2 sides. The arrows indicate where your character is related to. Every figure in the game has a 3D representation figure. The idea is, by playing the keys, and this disc here is in control of how many keys you play, you power up your creature, so that hasn't changed. What has changed is we've implemented a penalty dice. One problem I had with the old battle system was that if you had a low level spectre, say a spook, which is level 2, and you were up against something up really ultra high, 24 we'd say, for every 1 key that 24 character would get, his power would double. 24, 24 is 48. If you had 1 key spook, who was a power level of 2, he goes up to 4. So you'd have to add an immense amount of keys to spook if you're up against a high power character. The way the penalty dice works is it controls how many keys, what the effects of your next bunch of keys that character will do. So in this screenshot, it's set to half. So if you add 40 keys to a character and your penalty dice is half, you're only going to get the equivalent of putting 20 keys on the character. I feel that this really makes the battle sequence a lot better. Even if you have a low powered creature and you're up against a high powered creature, you'll still have a chance of winning. So there's still a lot of work, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of work And I didn't get a lot of work done the past year. Had a pretty bad year, 2006. But yeah.
If you lose a battle, are you eliminating, or do you just have some sort of penalty?
If you lose the battle, you lose whatever creature you were fighting with, plus all the keys that you have. In order to be eliminated completely from the game, you have to lose your phantom. I'm saying there's still a lot of work to go in this game, but as much as I hate DT for inflicting it on me, I do have something that I only decided to release to y'all a few weeks ago. I have a release date. This game will be out next year. Now, I know next year a long way off, and it could be any time next year. The fact is, if 2006 hadn't gone the way it went for me last year, you would have been looking at a fairly close to finished game right now. I didn't get a lot of work done in 2006. So I'm now, the past few months, I've been delving back into it. I have half the rooms already coded with the movement. You can now move freely around the hotel to half the rooms. Implementing that coding, the great thing about the event editor, you just copy and paste, and then you just make the changes where you need it. It takes about 2 hours to do each room. When that's done, the next thing to do is implement the spectral event cards so that they play out on the board. When that's done, I'll then implement the battle system. And the very last thing to be implemented will be the Caretaker himself. It's just that's where the real tough coding lies. Then the game will go through extensive testing, and it should be out. I am estimating the year because last year, in 2005, I was estimating to show you the finished. I was close to the finished version in 2006, but we didn't have the convention last year. And as I said, I didn't get a lot of work done last year. So I'm estimating I'm about a year away, probably less, to having this game finished. So there you go, DT. There's your release date. So any questions? Yeah.
Not a question. I just had an idea. You motivated me a little bit with your game. You got your house at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Title screen.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you, just an idea to make your menu a little neater, have a button say play or whatever, and then go to another screen where it's behind the house, have a graveyard, and instead of buttons you could have each gravestone being an option, and on the name of your 4 gravestones you could have names of previous players who died.
That's a great idea.
Thanks very much.
Jeff?
We can model the Caretaker after Chris.
I want my earring back.
That it? Okay.